Hi, it's Fanny of Living Rich on a Budget. Today we're going to make Thai red curry chicken in the Instant Pot. This is so easy to make, and I'm going to show you a shortcut how to do it. This is one of my favorite easy weeknight meals, and it's so delicious. You're going to love it. So let's get started.
So 5 years ago, I made an Instant Pot curry video, but I only did it in sauteed mode because every time I tried to cook it inside the Instant Pot in high pressure, it kept burning. So I was scared. And 5 years later, I'm trying it again, and I finally found a way to do it without burning it. So here we are. I'm going to share my secrets. So my shortcut secret to making Thai curry is to use Trader Joe's Thai style curry sauce. It comes with red or yellow curry. I'm using red here and I'm adding coconut milk to cut down on the spiciness. So here are the ingredients. It's carrots and potatoes and 1 to 2 pounds of skinless boneless chicken thighs. And then 1 bottle of Trader Joe's Thai style red curry sauce and then coconut milk. I'm using reduced fat, but you can use any coconut milk you want. I'm going to start by peeling 4 carrots. So carrots are different sizes. So just eyeball like how much you need. I mean, if you have bigger carrots, you can use less. If you have smaller carrots, you can use more. So I like to slice the bottom and the top of the carrots. And the thing to keep in mind is you want larger pieces of carrots in here because in high pressure cooking in the Instant Pot, it's gonna disintegrate like small pieces. So you want larger chunks of carrots and potatoes. So the carrots here are going to be like 2-inch pieces and I'm cutting them in half. And the most work you're going to do for this recipe is just cutting everything. Cutting the carrots, the potatoes, the chicken. So for the potatoes, we're going to peel and cut them in large chunks. And I'm using like fingerling potatoes. That's what I had on hand, but there's many different sizes of potatoes. Like there's the red potatoes, the gold potatoes, and then the brown ones, the russet ones. And they're going to be different sizes. And you're going to be asking me like, well, how many do I use? If it's like really large, you could just end up maybe using 1 or 2. Again, it's like you can eyeball how much potatoes you want in it. And since I'm using fingerling potatoes and they're smaller, I'm using like 4. And they're just faster to cut because it's so small, right? And even though it doesn't seem like it's a lot of potatoes, like in the final product, like when I finish cooking it, it is a lot because you're mixing it with chicken and carrots. So think of all that combined together. You don't want the potatoes to overpower the chicken and the carrots. So kind of like the potatoes should be equal volume to how many carrots you have. Next, we're going to cut up the chicken, and you can cut off the fat that you see. I kind of cut off a little bits of it if you want to. And we're just going to cut it to small pieces like this. And this is probably the most amount of work you're going to do is just cutting the chicken. It takes so long. This recipe works really well with chicken thighs because it has a high fat content and it's juicier and it has a lot more flavor when you cook it with curry. I think chicken breast would be too dry for it. And using boneless, skinless chicken thighs are just easier to cut and make it smaller pieces. And having smaller pieces of chicken means that it's going to cook faster in the Instant Pot. And also the flavor is going to really come through and marinate in those small pieces. So even though you're cooking a short amount of time, it's just going to have so much flavor. Now, here's where the magic happens. So, add the chicken to the Instant Pot, and then the carrots and potatoes. And next, let's add our Thai curry sauce. And this bottle is kind of like a Heinz ketchup sauce. You kind of have to shake it and push it out there. So be patient. Then we're going to give it a little stir with a spoon. Just mix it in with everything. The last step is to pour coconut milk in, and I'm only using half a can. So I've tried different amounts, and half a can just tastes the best to me. You can experiment more or less depending on your spice tolerance. Then give it a final stir just to mix up everything before we put the lid on.
Set to ceiling. Manual. I'm gonna go 8 minutes.
So now that it's done cooking, I'm going to do a quick release. And I use a spoon because after 9 years of using this, I'm still scared of this quick release. And it's ready when you see this pin drop. Bam. Now we can open the lid.
Whoa.
If you could smell this, it's like a very fragrant, pungent, delicious, delightful curry aroma, and it's filling the entire room.
It smells so aromatic in here. Oh, my goodness. Like the strong curry smell. It smells so good. I'm gonna taste this, you guys. This is really, really fragrant. Look at this. Okay, look. Let's try it. It just tastes really authentic. The chicken is really well seasoned. Like the flavor got in there. So all the curry taste is marinated inside the chicken, and the vegetables are tender. It's so easy. You're gonna find yourself relying on this recipe every week. There's a hint of spiciness, so this is easy to adjust to your taste. If you think that is too spicy, then you're gonna add more coconut milk. If you think it's not spicy enough, then add less coconut milk. So did you think this recipe was easy, and are you gonna try to make it at home? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. Every like and comment helps my video reach more people. So thank you for supporting me. See you next time. Bye.